To Marvel, how do we feel?
I liked it. I thought
Wrong.
it was really good.
Let's try again so I can
What?
respect you. Kevin, your thoughts?
I thought it was great. I took a date to see it actually, and then felt
Risky.
it was very risky because I did not know he knew almost nothing about Marvel. So I was like, I apologize. This is just for me.
You don't know if he respects women. Like the whole movie might not fit with his way of thinking, right? But how amazing, right? That she learned. You know what? Let's talk about it. How long ago was this?
I don't know. When did it
Recent. Was it a friend or a date?
Oh, this is a date.
Oh.
Date actually with that same guy who was used to work in politics and then quit, and now works on climate change policy.
Oh, yummy. Are we on? Okay. Boo, and then we'll play that.
I don't know. Classic.
It's LL.
Thank you.
Ladies love.
He's the cool of Jay.
Respects women. Like the whole movie. Love it. Love it. Let's play this. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's try again so I can
What?
respect you. Kevin, your thoughts?
I thought it was great. I took a date to see it actually. And then felt
Risky.
This is how I take news. The Mueller report is out. What is it? It's everything Trump said in front of a camera. 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
I'm rating my stand-up. Chemda, it's getting so good.
Oh my God, are you laughing at yourself?
I'm raising tickets $2,000. This is going to be a good show. Get your tickets for April 13th, 14th, and 15th. We have so much planned. KeithandTheGirl.com/tickets.
It's in a couple weeks.
And today's guest will be part of the festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been on the Game Show Network, National Geographic Network, Oxygen, written up by the AV Club, Split Sider. It doesn't end.
He even thinks his credits are funny. That's how funny he is.
Right.
He can't stop.
Remember when I was a kid opening up a National Geographic? I wasn't laughing like this.
He knows what he said there.
Calvin Cato.
Hello.
Calvin, I'm looking right now at who's been on this week. Two homosexuals this week. How forward-thinking are we, right?
I mean, that's so progressive.
You tell your friends, Keith and the Girl, so I don't want to brag, but...
I do. I say they're very queer-friendly. Like, super... They should have their own pride parade float. That's what I've been saying.
This is like how my parents were very parents-friendly. It's like, we are the best parents. I'm like, well, if you say so.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't know. What are we supposed to bow?
I know. It's very gracious of you to not kick me out of the studio or cut my mic prematurely.
Keith is such an open-minded white guy.
I mean, you're like one of the good ones.
How do you even see Calvin from way up there?
I don't make jokes about light or anything, Kenda, so I will not fall for your tricks. Calvin, I know that you got out of a big relationship about a year ago, right?
Well, this was... no, actually a little bit longer ago than that.
Longer than a year.
Yeah.
And no relationship since then? Has there been dating since then?
There has been dating since then. Right now, I'm like sort of seeing someone. He is... he used to work in politics. He used to work for a senator, and then he was supposed to get a job in the Clinton administration in theory, but then Trump happened, so he was like, fuck this.
Right.
Which honestly made him way hotter to me.
How long has this been going on?
We've only been on like 5 dates, so it's only been like a month and a half.
Okay. You guys go to the movies?
Yes, we do.
What's the last movie you saw?
We went and saw Captain Marvel together.
Oh.
It was very romantic.
Now that's a risk, because what if he doesn't support women? And that's what this movie's all about, right? Now, what a twist that movie was, because they show her fall down a lot throughout her life. But what you don't see until the end is the rest of the story each time she got back up. And you know what happens when you think about that and remember it? You get superpowers. That's right. So
it's very Chumbawamba. That's the origin story, actually.
But you loved it.
I thought it was really good. Because it was... I mean, it was cute, and like it had like obviously, you know, there's a lot of this.
No, wait, sorry. When you say it was really good, is it the way my girlfriend says something is really good? She says something is really good means it didn't punch her in the face.
But also, he said it was really good, and then added it was really cute. Now, if you say something to me, like if you bring me some art, and I'm like, you're cute.
No, cute is good. If I say something's nice, that's when it's not good. But if I'm like, oh, that's nice, you know, and like the longer the C lasts, is the worse it is.
And you went a little like octave higher. Like,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, that happened. It was nice. I love, like that's when it's bad.
Right.
But I did like I wouldn't
standing
say
ovation.
I wouldn't say standing ovation.
Okay.
But I liked it, and I liked the fact that the black characters weren't just like props. Like that's the thing that I always am worried about.
Right. Who were they? Oh, the friend and the daughter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they were like, I was like, oh, this is well portrayed, and I was like, this feels like a real friendship. Where sometimes like you'll have movies like that where they have the black friend who clearly is like, oh my goodness, my stars and garters, thank you so much for letting me be here, you know? And it's like, stop. And it's like, by the way, token friendship thing, where it's like, remember we played dominoes together on the corner? And you're like, what the fuck is happening? Right. But like, this was not like that. I was like, oh, they have a real natural good friendship.
Wow, such a great standard. That's just the highest bar we can find.
What do I tell people I like Green Book or not? Are we pleased or not pleased?
No. You cannot. No.
I am offended by Green Book. I'm glad you brought it up, because you're telling me that a black musician had to be told by a white musician who Little Richard is. You're telling me a human being as an adult had to be told about fried chicken. What are we talking about here? And
what is this movie? It sounds terrible.
There it is. The white man saves the day again, right?
God.
Give me, it's like give me a break. Right? Am I wrong to say that? I don't.
No, you're right, and you're right to add that head nod as well.
Like, okay, Viggo Mortensen. Oh, guess what? He found one black guy he likes. Well, I guess he won't be racist if he meets every single black guy and goes on tour with them. It's like, give me a break, right? If I'm out of line, tell me.
No, this is a hot take, and I'm loving it.
Oh, thank you for the Christmas dinner invite. Give me a break. You know? Let's go. So when do we see the point of view of the black guy? Oh, when he's arrested for having homosexual activities.
Wait, is that what happens in the movie?
Did you see this movie?
Absolutely not. No.
Holy shit.
But honestly, like you were describing, I was like, this could have been literally any movie with black and white people. You could have been describing Driving Miss Daisy, to be honest, and I'd be like, yeah, that's probably the same.
It's like, give me a break. So you're telling me this old white lady, give me a break.
Right?
Okay.
She doesn't have a license. Give me a break.
So you didn't see it, but you do know. Don't be saying it's good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I know the synopsis of it, basically, and it was not, it just was very corny. Like, and frankly, everything you described, like, all I'm missing is a scene of, like, does he, like, call him the N-word at some point?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, he calls
Calvin already wrote 5 of these.
He uses slang words for black people, but then he meets one black person, and he learns a lesson.
Oh, great.
That one black person is okay.
And let me guess, does he also get into a fight with another white person about how black people are okay?
How this one black person is okay. Yes. Again, it's one at a time with this Viggo Mortensen. This movie is a series of movies, and he goes and protects one black person each movie.
Yeah, some people think one day at a time. Some people think one black guy at a time. You know.
By the way, you look very dapper today, if I may say.
Thank you so much.
Nice shirt, a smart suit. What do we got going on later?
This is just a blazer. Stop it.
This is just how I decided that everyone should dress in the studio. We now have a dress code.
Yeah. I mean, there's a camera here. I got to try now.
Yeah.
Where are you going after?
So I've just started a job. I'm hosting speed dating events.
Okay, now as a comedian, it's not this thing isn't necessarily a joke. It's real life. It's a real person wants to take it seriously.
Yes.
I've never done speed dating, and I wish I did just to see.
You've never done it at all?
No, well, most people haven't. So you sit down, they go, you have how long to get out your personality?
So it's 5 to 6 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes.
It's a long time.
The bell rings, and then you get up, you go to another table, and you do it again.
Yeah.
And like a superhero movie, hopefully you're good by the end. And I bet it's always the last person that everybody sees hooks up, right?
No. Usually by I did 2 rounds back to back, and every time there's at least 2 or 3 people who get up early and are like, yeah, no thanks, and just get back the car. Yeah.
How maybe you had limited experience with this, but what are your findings so far? Is it people hook up the very first people they meet, the middle people? Is there any kind of rhyme or reason yet?
There really isn't any. Like, I think it also just depends. Like, so the place.
It's just like the hottest people in the room linking up with each other. And everyone goes home like normal.
Oh, totally.
It's like a bar.
Okay.
That is exactly because it's
like remember Beauty and the
Beast?
Beauty and the Geek?
Yeah.
Beauty and the Geek is these nerds who like could never talk to women, could never like really get their personalities out there. They're just like one-noted. They talk about like, boring shit like science or whatever. And then these hot chicks who like spend their time getting ready and their whole thing is like I'm just look good, and now they're testing them. So they're testing the pretty people about their smarts. And they're testing the smart people about, their interaction skills. But really, whoever got the best makeover, like some people are really hot underneath their bad taste in hair growth and like all the shit.
We've seen movies, yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they let the ponytail down of these guys and cut it off. And then and then all of a sudden it's like these chicks are like, "Oh, I don't listen to men anyway, so now you look good and you're not embarrassing because somebody taught you to keep your mouth shut when you want to tell me the history of some fucking nonsense that I'm not interested in."
Well, sometimes you see somebody go to a table and they sit down next to somebody who's especially attractive.
Yeah.
Do they bother trying? Are they like, we can just wait 6 minutes?
No, they usually try harder, in fact, which makes it like more awkward.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like they really like will pull out all the stops and be like, I work in finance. It's like, like when a clown like pulls too many handkerchiefs and you're like, what?
He's literally taking out his wallet.
Yeah.
You take my wallet. I work in I can get a new one. Here's my house keys.
Pippa Mags is saying, will Chemda give speed dating a shot? Hashtag do it.
Why not?
I wonder, I mean, sure, why not? Except for...
Well, we assume your leg's going to be fine. I mean, by the time she sits down.
Oh, no, with the one I do, all the ladies get to sit and all the men rotate because of shoes. Because like, since they're like coming in high heels, they're like, you sit, and then the men rotate around.
So here's one of the things that deters me from that. Just you mentioning heels, and I already knew this. I know that I'm not going to come in looking like me, feeling like me, because it's like a dress-up event. The dudes are going to be wearing stuff that, their mother told them to. You know what I mean? It sounds like the women would be like, this is the way to get it. So I'm going to get dressed for this event. I'm going to have talking points ready. And it feels like the guys are going to do exactly what they do on apps and in bars that I'm hearing, which is sup.
You're
and
great.
I will fucking punch you in the face.
You're so anti-sup.
It's like, don't say sup to me.
Well, they go, and then him goes, oh, I thought you were going to say like supper when again.
Like, have a thought.
Will we sup tonight?
Thank you. Why can't you and I sleep with each other?
I mean, I wish, girl.
Right? We would really do well together.
I think so.
Yeah. You're a little too young for me, but you're energetic, and so am I.
Thanks. Also that's the nicest compliment I've gotten so far.
And your bar is low.
Yeah.
Would you take him to a superhero movie?
I would.
Oh, big mistake. Okay. We just broke up.
Like, and
you're gay again.
Yeah.
Next table.
It's really funny. So I on Valentine's Day, I did this like live bachelor theme show where I was one of like
trying
4...
to set yourself up. So smart. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what? April the Keith and the Girl Week just added a Friday night show, and it's called Date Chemda.
Yes, no, seriously, please do it.
Oh my God, I would love to do
5 random
that.
people to like compete for your affection.
Yes.
It was so fun. Like it was like all these like it was me and 3 other comedian bachelors were competing for this guy who was a music critic. Who was actually nice. He was a little like
Critical.
Yeah.
A little judgy.
Yeah, a lot of judgy.
Mm-hmm.
Sing something.
Yeah. But like it was fun, like because it was like different rounds, and like I did almost no research, but I somehow came in second. It was crazy.
Is second blowjob and first is fucking. Just want to know. It's Valentine's Day.
I wish, because there was a bathroom that locked. Like I was like, there is a chance we could do.
So you did do some research.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's rounds, though? He's asking you music questions?
So like there was like one round where you had to do stand up, and then there was one round where you had to describe your ideal date, and then there was one round where it's like just 5 questions you had to answer within like 5 seconds. So like one of the questions would be like, do you believe in God? Another question is like zippers up or down, like stuff like that.
Oh.
It was like
Hold on. Zippers up or down?
Down.
down.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
could do more with it down.
Exactly. And
Why are
it's
you
easier to pee.
leaving it up?
Okay, well, I ride the subway, and I'd rather up. All right. But hey, what are you going to do? Let me mention this, by the way. Scentbird. Scentbird is where I recommend you look up perfume, where you look up your cologne, where you don't pay $1 million to try something new, or in fact, use what you already have. I'll tell you how it works. Don't be nervous. I'll let you know. Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes. I do everything subscription service now, by
such
the way.
a subscription chick.
A way for you to discover new perfumes and colognes without buying an entire bottle. More than 450 designer brands for you to choose a perfume or cologne from each month. I'll give you some examples.
I like this. I like the size it comes in because it says like you don't have to buy a whole bottle, but you only spritz like 2 spritzes really, so it lasts a while.
You get a 30-day supply, 120 sprays, enough to apply more than 4 times daily for a month. So, yeah, quite frankly, it's more than a month.
Yeah.
Tom Ford, Versace,
Ooh.
Dolce & Gabbana, Cartier, Gucci, Calvin Klein, and more. All right? Check out user ratings and reviews on any fragrance or take Scentbird's True Scent quiz to discover more personalized recommendations for your taste. All right?
Don't be a shitbird, be a scent bird.
And with an exclusive offer just for our listeners, you get 50% off your first month today. That's only $7.50 for your first fragrance.
That's crazy.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Go to scentbird.com/KATG and use the code KATG for 50% off your first month. Again, that's Scentbird, SCENT bird.com/KATG for you to try your first perfume or cologne for just $7.50. Sign on, smell amazing. All right. Calvin, you know we like to look at people's tweets.
Yes,
And
I
yet
do.
you still tweet.
I know. I don't know why.
It's people's diaries, and you get to read them. Okay. Do you remember when you'd be like, okay, as a parent, would I read my kid's diary? It's my right to, but then at the same time, do they even mean what they're saying? This is what social media is now.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's too scary.
Calvin writes, current sanity status. A lady caught me talking to myself on the street and gave me a weird look, so I responded, well, I said what I said. You know what I do when I get caught talking to myself, somebody gives a weird look, I go, well, you believe in God. Because they probably do. You know, everybody does.
I was really mortified when she caught me that.
Yeah.
I was like just trying to make like mental plans with myself about what to do for dinner. It was like so horrific. And I was going, yep, well, that was that. I said it.
Well, I did have chicken yesterday.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? A 150-year-old Bible at a Wisconsin church has survived 2 fires, and the congregation can't get over it.
What?
Wow.
Other books survived are Catcher in the Rye, Podcasting for Dummies.
This week's blaze at the Springs United Methodist Church in the village of Plover in Wisconsin was completely destroyed in a fire. It was built in 1964. But the Bible, once again, for the second time during a fire, remained unscathed. And the pastor says it's a great testament to our faith.
Yeah? Well, how many of you guys have read it?
True.
Oh, look, we saved it. Yeah, we know it. Yeah. Give it to someone else.
But so God protected the Bible only. Fuck your foundation and the lights and the crosses and the windows. I wrote a book.
Yeah.
And Keith Malley wrote a book, and it's not easy. And I would protect it if I had supernatural powers.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, like he can put 100% energy into saving the book.
Yeah.
You know, and there's other copies, sure. But, or, 99% and then 1% on the rest of the church. Just focus on one thing at a time. A lot of people do too many things, right?
That's the thing. You got to stop multitasking.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why there's so many begets in there. It's just too much.
Here's a Texas church in Harris County. This kid is playing by himself in a separate area of the church. And there's this big marble table. And the table, which supposedly is so heavy it takes multiple people to carry, fell over on the boy and killed him.
Oh, my God.
Now, when you're in a church and a marble table can fall on you, where is this God?
I say, what the fuck did this 3-year-old do? It's obviously the devil.
Yeah.
God would not just... I mean,
Right.
if you think about it, God doesn't make mistakes. So what did this kid do?
Yeah, so those are your choices. You're the parents.
Yeah, you already potty trained this motherfucker, and he decided to shit his pants in the middle of a church. Goodbye.
So you either think,
You have no mercy.
Yeah.
God has no mercy. Calvin, I don't want to take God's credit.
oh, my kid was a Damien type. Don't worry about it. So you're either thankful that God caught a demon, or
He's in a better place.
you're sure.
Question mark?
Well, right. So here are your choices.
Okay.
You either think, okay, you got a demon. Thank you. I didn't have a clue. Seemed okay to me. But you know best. Just wish you did it before I enrolled him into preschool. But okay, what's done is done.
Can't get back that deposit.
Right.
Yep.
You either, or you go, oh, the whole thing's bullshit. And you go, bye, church. I'm out of here. Or you're just happy and you go, yay, God has him in heaven. Looks like God didn't think I was ready to die. I got a lot of work to do to be better. These are your 3 and only choices.
So you
Yeah.
think God like Final Destinationed it? Like just kill that kid so then you
Because he's like, this kid's got to figure it out.
Let me tell
Come
you-
join me in heaven. You mom and dad. Start looking around. Get your shit together.
God is so deep.
Wow.
So we're always trying to work out what he's thinking. What are you thinking, God? It's like we're on a date with God constantly. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Do you like me?
Is it about me? Why didn't you kill me? That's my baby.
Big granite table falling on the boy, and then the next sermon comes up, and it's like, well, we learned a lot this week.
God has a reason for everything, and don't go on dates with him because he'll bullshit you.
It's also invest in wood. Just throwing it out there.
Some light IKEA furniture.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
You got a little cocky, church.
there's some movie out, I think it's still out, about it's with Nicole Kidman, and they make this boy go to conversion therapy.
Oh, yes. I've heard really good things about that.
Boy
movie.
Erased.
Yeah.
Are you going to see it?
I actually, I am more inclined to see that one.
I mean,
That's our first date.
The boy can't fly
It
or
would be
anything.
a very subtle metaphor to me. Just putting it out there.
Chick-fil-A, do we support them?
No, although I feel really bad. I ate it recently.
How recently?
So we're not supporting them at all.
Yeah, no, but I didn't pay, so I feel better about that.
How so?
I was working this temp job, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. Does anyone want anything?" And I never had Chick-fil-A before this moment, but I was like, "I'll just get a chicken sandwich because like they're paying me and they're paying lunch."
Sure.
You know what they were doing? They were going, "Gay guy in the office.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to have Chick-fil-A?" And you were like, "Fuck it."
I was literally like, "You literally don't pay me enough to care." Like, there's no HR when you're temping. Do you know?
Chick-fil-A.
So was it good? Was it worth it?
I will say this,
The
I
blood
was
and
so
sweat and tears of
fucking
your-
mad. It was good, and the sauces were good. But I was like, I'm not going to eat here on my own volition. Yes. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A?
You know, I had it once at a party, but it's like it was cold and I don't. People talked it up so much that I thought it was a restaurant. And then when I got to the window, like I remember it was Cole and Patrice, and we were flying back from Florida. It was Cole's bridal shower thing, and they're like, "Oh, we have a layover at such and such, and they have a Chick-fil-A in the airport for like an hour on the plane." I'm just like, "What is this? Steak, chicken? What's going on?" We show up to like a McDonald's type window, and I literally just walked away. I was like, "No, you got to say that ahead of time. That's fucked up." I don't know what fancy restaurant is called Chick-fil-A, so that's my bad.
I was
But
going to say.
maybe I should listen more carefully. But I was just so turned off that it didn't bother me. This was before all the controversy too. I hadn't heard of it at all. So
You didn't even like taste like someone else's sandwich. You were like, "Hey, give me some of those fries."
I walked. I'm like, I'm not missing my plane for French fries and a chicken sandwich.
A spicy mayo for the lady. Chick-fil-A, the Georgia-based fast food chain known for its juicy chicken sandwiches and for its executives' conservative strain on Christianity. Of course, I knew that as a kid. They were closed every Sunday for that reason.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Has continued, probably still are, has continued donating to anti-LGBTQ charities though its foundation said they haven't been. So if you remember, there's controversy some time ago, and they said, okay, we won't do that. We don't want to get political.
But they probably are not doing it. They're probably doing it some sort of covert or like seemingly covert to them way.
No.
They're just doing
Oh,
it.
the way like it's like flat out like,
Yeah.
"Hi, we're giving to."
Why am I giving them passes for shit?
Yeah.
They're probably trying to hide it.
You don't even think they're a real restaurant. Why are you like?
Right.
Now I feel bad for eating that. God damn it.
You know you should have felt bad anyway. It's fine.
I know.
You're just caught up to reality at this point.
The Chick-fil-A Foundation donated more than $1.8 million to 3 groups with a history of anti-LGBTQ discrimination in 2017, according to their taxes. Chick-fil-A's charitable arm gave $1,650,000 to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes,
How are they making that much money? Holy shit.
a religious organization that requires its employees to refrain from homosexual acts, in quotes. $150,000 to the Salvation Army, which has been accused of anti-LGBTQ discrimination and advocacy for years, and whose media relations director once claimed that gay people, quote, deserve death. And
There's nothing subtle about that, is there?
Right.
They're very clear with their message.
and
I can't read between the lines there.
$6,000 to the Paul Anderson Youth Home, a Christian residential home that teaches young boys that same-sex marriage is, quote, a rage against Jesus Christ and his values.
A rage against Jesus Christ in his valleys. That sounds sexy as fuck, and I'm so sorry.
I literally was gonna say, I was like, this home sounds very much like the beginnings of a porno.
Right?
Like, we're just gonna put these boys here, and then we're gonna just teach them things.
Yeah.
These donations were made 5 years after the Chick-fil-A CEO Dan Cathy said the U.S. was, quote, inviting God's judgment on our nation when we shake our fist at him and we say we know better than you as to what constitutes a marriage. Cathy's comments prompted a nationwide boycott, if you remember, as well as a counter boycott called Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day, created by then Fox News host Mike Huckabee, and an eventual apology from the company, because that Appreciation Day only lasted one day, claimed that it would leave the policy debate over same-sex marriage to the government and the political arena. People weren't just upset about Cathy's comments, they were angry that the WinShape Foundation, a charitable organization founded in 1984 by Cathy's father and the founder of Chick-fil-A, donated money to a number of anti-gay charities, like the Marriage and Family Foundation. I hate when they trick me with the title.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I like marriage and families. The Georgia Family Council and the Exodus International, a group that promotes conversion therapy.
Ooh, Exodus was like the worst one. They did what is it?
Conversion
Like
therapy.
Yeah.
It's that's evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
pray the gay away type shit.
Oh God. Ugh. The thing I always don't
My
like
ex
is.
went to that.
Mhm.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like voluntarily, because if you tell a Christian who really believes in Christianity and is afraid of death that their wanting of women can be fixed and here's a group that can do it, he's going to do it. He
Yeah.
was in college. He's like, well, I learned math when I didn't understand that. Maybe I can pray away. Like he really wanted it to go away.
Oh
In
my
response
gosh.
to the inevitable PR crisis caused by Cathy's comments at the time, the fast food restaurant promised to stop donating to anti-gay organizations. The company kept doing it, of course.
Didn't Exodus die? Didn't the founder apologize and shut down his...
That's what I say. I thought that Exodus was one of those because I remember like reading a whole article about
guess
maybe,
you
or maybe it's
can't-
another one.
I mean, Hitler died too, but Nazism continues strong and loud.
The latest news has reignited opposition to Chick-fil-A. The San Antonio City Council voted to remove a planned Chick-fil-A location in their airport. The location would have operated for 7 years. They cited the anti-LGBTQ donations as the reason for its disapproval. Good.
Oh.
Well, good for them. I'm
Yeah.
glad they're doing it.
Wow.
The other thing that always frustrates me is I hate like all these people who like talk about the sanctity of marriage and yet like almost all of them have invariably cheated on their wives.
Yeah.
Like every single time. And it's always like why are you so angry at two people who are already working this hard to even be together and actually want to get married? Like what the fuck does it matter to you?
It's this pretending that we live in a society that you think everybody should be living in. You think you should be getting married in a heterosexual relationship, of course, never stray, the end. So you fight against everything, whether you're fucking a stranger in a bathroom or not. It's saying, okay, I don't want the government to help anybody out because we should all work hard and be millionaires. Now, you could be living in a hovel. In a hovel, you'll still vote against your best interest because you're making up this world that will never and can never exist.
And that's because as a society, we have pumped that word into our speech, into our TV, into our children. And so to undo that is taking so long. Like even people who are, pro-gay and very LGBT friendly and blah, blah, blah. Like, people say anti-gay shit all the time because you don't realize how much you're considering this other person is so different than you. Really, it's so not different. I swear to God, we hate our partners just as much as you do.
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of it just comes from like a hatred and a denial. Like I was talking to a friend about this where I feel like she actually ended up she went on Reddit and she was like asking like people who were, very like pro sanctity of marriage and all that stuff. And she was like, what is it that really bothers you about, she's bi. And she was like, what is it that bothers you about like people whose relationships don't conform to this heterosexual thing? And one woman said that, a lot of it is because like, I make sacrifices for like my relationship with my husband. And she's like, well, then it sounds like you're just unhappy in your own marriage.
No, it sounds like she's gay.
Also that.
Yeah.
But and I mean, I don't necessarily want to speculate because I feel like
Right.
I hate the stereotype of like, oh, everyone is homophobic and secretly gay, because I think that no, there are people who are really just assholes.
Right. They're really like grossed out by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's unfortunate to them, and they don't necessarily need to be painted with a gay brush.
Right.
But
She's saying if I have it tough, other people should have
Yeah.
it tough, period. However it happens.
Exactly.
Whatever's tough to you, I want it to be tough.
I think that's the same with people telling other people to have children. Like the people who tell you to have children always do it after they're just being done, like looking the most tired.
Right.
They're just complaining about like we haven't been able to have sex. We haven't been able to have time together. I haven't slept in a week. You should totally have kids. There is nothing good about having kids except like the only part that you said was great is, oh, when I look at him, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at him too. Great. And it's fascinating. And then complaining, and then you should have one.
Right.
And it's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And now that people are actually telling the truth and being more upfront about shit, people are like, yeah, don't have kids. It really is hard. It's breaking up my marriage. I haven't slept. I don't like it. Yes, I love my kid, of course, and I'm going to do this and it'll get better and whatever. But no, fuck this.
I was at somebody's house the other day. I forget what day because it never happened. But they had a kid, and they said, oh, I learned so much from the kid. And the kid fell off a couch. And I went, what did you just learn? What did that just teach you? Because I'm highly intelligent. And the kid's not going to teach me a fucking thing. I promise. I promise.
Teaches you about pratfalls, I guess.
Julia Schechter is writing. And they also promote, and this is, what was that group? Exodus. They promote, sorry? Conversion therapy in general, promote the language, pray the gay away, even though it's crazy misleading. And suicide stats from conversion therapy, quote, campers, are terrifyingly high. And I want people to think about this. If you're like straight, like really not anywhere on the spectrum, and somebody made you as a dude, like as a straight dude, marry another dude, live your life like changing your pronouns, like he's so hot instead of she's so hot, living in the darkness, lying to your parents, lying as a default, and then like and it's your fault because you're not praying hard enough. Otherwise you would have been fine with this. Mm-hmm. Where do you find your life? Where do you find your brain? Exactly. It's impossible. Of course you're going to kill yourself. By the way, please don't kill yourself. I love you.
Yeah.
Don't pray the gay away. Don't pray anything away. Pray to find your true self.
Exactly. I agree. Just pray to be happy, which again is like so hard to do in life.
Don't pray to be happy. You will be completely disappointed. No, because you can't. Happiness is not a state of being. Yeah. You will pass through happiness and pass through sadness. Pray that you will have enough friends and enough comfort or enough ability to ask for help through the hard times. But you're going to go through all of it. You're going to have a spectrum of things. Hopefully you'll be able to like pass through into some other light.
You know, actually, I do like that a lot better. At first, I was like, don't pray to be happy. I was like, oh, but
yeah.
No, but you're right.
Namaste.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a track from my album, God Made Me Volume 2. It covers religion, the majority of it, but there is a track called Chick-fil-A. It is hard to give it up. These fries, though. Yeah, no, human rights? Yeah. But have you had their sauces? My goodness.
I did feel like a traitor. Those sauces were goddamn good.
Right?
It was really good. And like as I was eating and just upset. It's like when you have hate sex with someone and you're just like, God damn it. It was so good, but I was like, I know I'm gonna regret this, and I'm just gonna really hope that they're not as anti-LGBT as they were.
Well,
but they were.
Some hopes are crushed.
Yeah.
And you'll have other hopes.
And those will be crushed too.
I just hope you have enough friends around.
The bummer is you would have had their apple pie had you known it was the last time. I would have got their salad. I would have got everything. I blew it. Thanks, Keith. How about next time you just tweet, story coming soon, stock up now. That was a little rude of me today. Calvin's Twitter, you can follow at Cato Calvin. Instagram is at Calvin Cato. Calvin S. Cato.
Yes.
Calvin S. Cato. And the website, of course, is normal name, calvincato.com.
But you're going to see him soon on stage with Tracy Carnazzo.
Who I'm excited about.
I think that's a good pair.
It is. I didn't realize that my high school friend was her junior high school friend. Like my really good friend.
Already your besties. This is sick.
So we go way back.
Sure.
So on the 14th, we'll be doing silent trailers, okay, as one of the events this April 13th through 15th. Gente who knows nothing about movies, even less about actors and actresses, will describe a movie on silent, of course, and we have to guess it.
Now, it's very hard because it's him and Christian Finnegan, who somehow Christian is even better than Keith, if you can believe it. You and Tracy suck at this game, just hands down. Like, it's just, you guys maybe are the worst, but Andrea's in the game, so I don't know. However,
I got the one where you made it gay themed.
See the kind of thing that you say. So
me and Christian for this whole week we've been watching gay movies. Like, what Henda's saying is, if you'd like to forfeit now on behalf of your team, I will accept it. There's not a prayer, no pun. There's not a chance.
Except for I am gonna make it the theme that you want. So I'm gonna try to make it theme. I know she likes romantic comedies. And I can't just be like, you're gay and black, but
I also like action movies as well.
Okay, so I am gonna email everybody, ask them like what would be your favorite genre of all time.
Real smart, Calvin. Pick action movies, you fucking idiot.
My goodness.
I thought we were friends.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna get all of them.
Oh shit! Well, horror, also horror.
You know what we should do?
Do you know horror?
Not as much.
Okay, then horror.
Whoever wins gets Chick-fil-A, but like guilt-free because you didn't buy it.
Okay, great, perfect.
Oh, but yeah, I think you guys will have a chance only because I'll try to skew it as much as possible. And then if after the first round nobody gets anything, I'm putting you guys on a 10-second delay. I'm not kidding. Like, if it's so ridiculous, you guys are gonna have to be like in a silent booth or something.
It could be the Calvin Cato story, and we're gonna get it. All right? Honest to God, it's not gonna matter.
But is it an action movie?
It is a failed romance. It's a tragedy, actually.
So make sure you come on out. Get tickets now for everything at keithandthegirl.com/tickets.
Now, of course, if you're a student, if you happen to be in just a bad position financially or whatever, just want to join us, and this is just not where you could put your money, info@keithandthegirl.com. We'll work something out. Come hang out. This is just too much fun. It's a thing that people like fly in for and reunite from the forums and just kind of hang out. So keithandthegirl.com/tickets or info@keithandthegirl.com.
We'll do a payment plan.
For 4 easy installments.
Yeah. Turns into a big scam. 200% interest. We'll talk to you soon.